You did not choose me, I chose you, and I commissioned you to go out and to bear fruit, fruit that will last. And we are going through the fruits of the Holy Spirit these days. And yesterday we spoke about the fruit of charity, of love. And it is in this love that we are called to live each day. Love is in what we're created. It is love that sustains us. It is very love that invites us to share God's own life. So, leading from that fruit, we come to the fruit of joy. Now, joy is not the joy in a worldly sense. Now, the joy, if you take it in a worldly sense, I think if you want your child to lose their joy instantly, I think take away their iPad or the video games or whatever they do, and then they've lost all their joy instantly. Someone who is in love with his car, you scratch the car up, his joy is lost instantly. Someone who prides themselves over a job and they lose their job, their joy is lost instantly. So you see, this is all worldly joy. And this worldly joy will come and it will go. But the joy that we're speaking of today is the fruit of the Holy Spirit. So this fruit is a joy that comes from God. The Greek language had so much insight in so many things. The Greek word for joy is the word chara. And the word chara is derived from the word charis. And the word charis means grace. So chara is derived from charis, joy derived from grace. So you see, grace doesn't come from the world, it comes from God. God is its origin. Grace comes from God. There was a beautiful song some time back. It says, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. So the world didn't give this joy, the world can't take away this joy, because this joy comes from God. God is its origin. So you see then, God gives us the Holy Spirit with all these gifts. Why? So we can enter into a relationship with God. So when we are in a relationship with God, no matter what circumstance we find ourselves in, we're going to be filled with this joy because we know that God is with us. This is joy. I mean, if you played a game and you lost the game, you can still smile because you don't depend on that game for your life, you depend on God. So when God is with us, we can go through any circumstance. Yes, you lose your job, if someone passes away, no matter what the circumstances, because our life belongs to God, and because as children of God, we come to live our lives as children of God, entering more deeply into relationship with God every day. This awareness, this presence of God in our life each day with which we are called to live, this gives us joy no matter what circumstance we find ourselves in. That is why this joy is the fruit of the Holy Spirit. The fruit that comes to us to assure us that no matter where we find ourselves these days, no matter what our circumstances are, that God is with us. And that is why we can be people of joy in the world that we live in. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.